creepy and weird. Sluts selling butts, them buttholes done been sold. Dogs breeding like bugs, rabbits with coat hangers. Killers killing and killing and killing. Nailsin News. 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 Where'd all the money go? Ain't nobody gonna know. Do you trust your meat to take a walk down the street? While killers be killing and killing and killing. Nailsin News. 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 Where'd all the money go? Ain't nobody gonna know. Do you trust your meat to take a walk down the street? While killers be killing and killing and killing. Nailsin News. 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 News.
Dear God, that guy's really excited about Nailsin News. Well, he shouldn't be. Sometimes, but these aren't really that great stories. There's a few chuckles here and there, and only one merits a drawing. So that's all it's going to be. Yeah. You'll figure out which one. So anyway, might as well go ahead and get to it. Yeah. Here's our first story. Oh, yeah, look what someone did. Yeah, someone painted a giant penis on the roof of an elementary school. Authorities are scrambling to cover it up. There it is. I mean, it could be a rocket. Yeah. Well, probably not. Oh, here, I guess. You can't see me. All right, we'll take that out. So, the Germans are involved in another battle of the balls. Giggle, tee-hee. Authorities are attempting to cover up a giant penis that was erected on the rooftop of a school in Berlin. The Doppelwanger, old New York Post, has reportedly been painted atop the Free Waldorf School in the Kreuzberg district back in 2022. You're just now noticing this? I mean, this reminds me of, where is it? Somewhere in South America, they got these giant drawings. It's actually a lot larger than even this, of like spiders and stuff. And hey, why would they do that? You can only see it from an airplane, or in this case, a drone now. But anyway, they didn't have airplanes then, or did they? See, that's the thing. And someone tried to theorize they could hang glide and saying, but the other theory is that they just wanted to talk to their gods, and they figured, hey, this will get their attention. So they did the math and drew this ginormous spider. I don't know if they thought their god was a spider, But then, of course, it comes back to aliens. And so I guess the aliens were giant spiders. I don't know. But anyway, they did that. So here you go. You got another one here. And they're trying to contact their god who's, well endowed, I guess. That's right. At 65 feet long, the Titanic tallywhacker is so big that it's visible on Google Maps. Despite its massive size, the not safe for work street art is fairly Spartan, entailing a simple and sketchy white outline, like a chalk drawing of a deceased phallus. Oh, so it's like a crime scene. Some giant was castrated and had found his penis on the roof of the school, maybe. I don't know. But, well, that's odd. They blurred this one out. I mean, it's too late. We've seen it. Now we're scarred for life. But, yeah, this one. Well, in case you wanted to know where the school is, you got a better idea over in, what is it, Kreuzberg, where perhaps the great talent of the artist lies dormant in other fields. German outlet Bild snarked while reviewing the dirty graffiti. Dirty graffiti and the done dirt cheap. Whether this magnum opus was the work of street artists or students, Donatello, perhaps, is yet unclear. However, authorities have attempted to paint over the edges in a half-baked attempt to cut a long story short. Yeah. Alas, the shape of the sex organ remains very discernible on the roof of the Waldorf School, which specializes in an education system developed in the 1900s by Austrian social reformer Rudolf Steiner. The school's website says the institution offers young people space to develop their creativity, their free thinking, and their individual personality. Well, it's pretty much what they did. Kreuzberg is alternative, diverse, and always on the move, and so are we as a school community. The hell, giant penis sculpture erected in city square sparks outrage. Disgusting. Yeah, it's really, geez, that's weird. That's like, say it's really veiny, but it's like blood red and then green. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. Someone drew a pee-pee. And it's apparently permanent, you know? Boy, those kids left their mark on that school, but it's alternative and diverse. So, I don't know. They got to put the vagina somewhere on one of these roofs. You know, that'll be the next thing. And it's only fair. So there you go. They're learning a lot over there in Germany about, you know, pee-pees on the roof. Pee-pees on the roof. Oh, someone's talking to me. Nodak123, hit the like button. That's right. Nodak123, hit the like button. That's right. Oh my God, I'm in a time loop. Susan Dolan says first. Well, on YouTube, yeah. Pell, that penis may be long, but it's too skinny to satisfy any woman. All right. That's, you know, that's the thing about art, you know, and like beauty, the achievement is in the eye of the beholder. So there's always going to be some amount of criticism, you know. You try as you might with what your skill and talents have, you know. And I mean, 65 feet, well, that's a lot of space to cover. And somehow they managed to do it. So I don't know. I guess they weren't as good as who did the giant spider, the Incas or whatever. Yeah. But still, people noticed. Apparently, no one noticed until 2025 when they did it in 2022. I mean, those kids have graduated and stuff. They're like, oh, yeah, that. Yeah, that was fun. I don't know. But whatever. You know, of course, it was an elementary school. So they're probably still in school. But, well, they had fun, you know. Anyway, Pell, most boys who would draw a pee-pee wouldn't know what a vagina is to draw it. Well, that's a good point, you know. But the girls would. Nodak123, I could even do the drawing for that story. Yeah, but I'm not doing that. I don't want to draw that. You. Pell thanks. Now I feel like a jerk for my critique. Well, why? I mean, it's going to happen. You know, not every PP is someone's cup of tea. So anyway, that's the way that goes. So let me, it's going to be like that, is it? Well, don't worry. I'll fix it. Goodbye, PP in the sky. Well, speaking of sex organs, there's this other strange incident that some might say is somewhat miraculous. We'll see how this goes. Teen without vaginal opening becomes pregnant. How doctors think it happened. Oh, my goodness. Well, we'll have to take a look. It's not Demi Moore. Anyway, no, Demi, congratulations. Did she win the Oscar for Substance? I don't know. Anyway, in a medical anomaly, a teenage girl without a vaginal opening became pregnant via oral sex. What? A 15-year-old from Lesotho, a landlocked country within southern Africa, was admitted to a hospital with symptoms of abdominal pain. Routine testing revealed the patient was 9 months pregnant. More shocking than the surprise pregnancy was the revelation that the girl had no vaginal opening, a rare birth defect known as distal vaginal atresia. So, how'd this happen? Well, let's find out. The condition affects 1 in 10,000 to 15,000 newborn girls and is characterized by the failure of the vaginal plate to canalize, because you need that canal, you know. As a result of her distal vaginal atresia, the patient delivered her healthy 6.2-pound baby boy via C-section. So maybe C-section is the clue here. Maybe that's, medical experts were puzzled as to how someone without a vaginal opening could conceive a child without access to in vitro fertilization. So we can scratch that idea. The girl reported that in the months leading up to the birth, she noticed her body changing shape. But because she does not have a vaginal opening and thus did not engage in penetrative vaginal sex, she did not believe she was pregnant. Well, that's understandable, In later interviews, the miraculous mother shared that she became aware she had no vagina after disappointing attempts at conventional intercourse that led her to prefer oral sex. When questioned about how she may have become pregnant, the young mother revealed that 9 months before her C-section delivery, she had suffered stab wounds to her abdomen shortly after performing oral sex on her partner. At the time, she confided in a nurse that her ex-boyfriend had violently attacked her when he found her in the act with her current partner. The medical team that attended to the patient surmised that the sperm she swallowed was transmitted to her reproductive organs through her stab wounds, resulting in an indirect and unexpected conception. How else, I guess in all the business she's blowing this guy, the ex-boyfriend walks in, bam, 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 you whore, and pulls out a knife and starts stabbing her and stuff. And I don't know, the other boyfriend probably, whoa, and ran out the window, And she's probably like spitting up all the cum, and it splattered on the stab wounds and leaked in. See, it's like that's what fell in there, Look at that. It's a lot of them, It only takes one. And got in there, you know? What makes this pregnancy even more shocking is that typically digestive acid in the stomach is strong enough to quickly kill sperm, rendering it unviable. Well, yeah, I would think so. However, the medical team believes that the sperm, miraculously, so the miracle here is the sperm itself, isn't it? Survived because the girl was malnourished at the time of the attack. Oh, all right, so it's not miraculous sperm. It's just she hadn't had a meal in a while. I guess she was getting one then. But anyway, thereby reducing the acidity levels in her digestive system and allowing the ingested sperm to fertilize her uterus through her stab wounds. Wow. Okay. The case, which dates back to 1988. Holy crap. You're just now hearing about this? I mean, that boy is now a middle-aged man. I mean, anyway, the case, which dates back to 1988, was detailed in the British Journal of in gynecology. Why can't I say it? Oh, God. That's embarrassing. The resurfaced news follows a recent report of a Scottish woman who thought she had a burst appendix, only to find out she was pregnant and gave birth 40 minutes later. Well, why does that bring this up? She just didn't know she was pregnant. She might be stupid or something. I don't know, or really fat. Could be one of those things. But did she have the condition of, a closed off vagina and that sort of thing? And then while she was blowing some dude, someone stabbed her in the stomach and she coughed up the sperm into it. And lo and behold, you get a baby. Oh, this girl was born without a vaginal opening and discovered she's intersex. I thought intersex was supposed to be the new PC term for hermaphrodites. That would mean you have ovaries, uterus, and a penis. See, then you would be one of those, but just not having a vaginal opening. Unless, they did some surgery and found a penis inside the vagina or something. Not in the usual way. I don't know, whatever, but gee, that's a strange story, isn't it? And what a way to get pregnant. I wonder if the second boyfriend came back and they got married and he took care of the cat. No, probably not. What are you going to do? Oh, well. But anyway, that's the story, Most boys can't draw vaginas at that age. Thanks. I feel like a jerk. Pell OMG. Pell moral. If you have no vag and want to get pregnant, be a whore. Well, in a roundabout way, I don't know if her intention was to get pregnant. And she's like, gee, if I piss off my boyfriend by blowing this other guy, maybe he'll stab me and I can spit the sperm in there. And lo and behold, it worked. Susan Dolan, if you believe this, I have a bridge in Brooklyn. I'd like to tell you, hey, look, it's the New York Post. Spurg Snake, good evening, Doug. Good evening, Spurg Snake. Jumped ahead of me. Spurg Snake says, good evening, Chad. Pell says, hey, Spurg. Susan says, hail, Spurg Snake. Spurg Snake says, hell. So there we are. We're all acquainted. And that's nice. So now off to a story about, I guess, initially I thought home security or something. But it's perhaps far more sinister. Okay, now I got the picture. And there we go. Oh, and I keep forgetting to turn off the stupid camera. It's embarrassing. I did that for the miraculous birth story. One of these days I'll figure this out. No, I won't. Man fatally shot by booby trap while entering family member's home. Oh, boy, that's terrible. On Monday, February 25th, a 34-year-old South Carolina man named Jordan Dove attempted to check on a family member's residence. However, Once he opened the door, he was shot by a booby trap. Dove was transported to a local hospital, but later succumbed to his injuries. The Calhoun County Sheriff's Office shared a statement issued by Sheriff Thomas Summers. In it, they confirmed that the shot he received came from a shotgun that was booby-trapped inside the house. Well, the shotgun was part of the booby trap, not that the gun got itself into a booby trap. See, that's important. When deputies entered the residence, they noticed the shotgun rigged at the back door, meant to go off as soon as someone attempted to enter. There was no one inside the residence at the time when the incident took place. So it's the gun's fault. Police officers were able to dismantle the contraption and stated that there was no threat to the public. Police Chief Summers confirmed that they will be filing charges against the resident's owner, Alfonso Brown, who is Dove's uncle. He is currently at a Maryland jail on attempted murder charges. Oh, so this was a very dangerous situation that appeared to be targeted towards law enforcement, Summers said in the statement. It is yet another example of the dangers faced by law enforcement every day. So he didn't really mean to kill his nephew. He wanted to kill the police, apparently. So it is believed that Alfonso allegedly booby-trapped his house, knowing that Calhoun County Police would search his house after they obtained a search warrant. But he's stuck in Maryland. I guess he planned ahead. Anyway, he knew he would be on the run, Summers said. All right, so I guess so. Jeez, man, what other properties does he have? You better be careful. He knew that he would be tracked back to Calhoun County, and then, of course, we would go there with probably a search warrant. And so why are they, is that how he spoke? I feel like the booby trap was targeting law enforcement. All right, so Summers stated, and it's probably the case, yeah. Summers stated that Jordan Dove arrived at Alfonso Brown's home to verify it had been burglarized or broken into. Well, if it had, I suppose he would have found the dead burglar on the floor, But anyway, I guess he made the mistake of pushing the door because what Alfonso, or whoever did this, it's Alfonso, had done, they had barricaded the front door from the inside. So the only way to access the house was from the rear door. Police continued to investigate the incident. The exact location of where Alfonso Brown is currently being held is unknown he's in Maryland. You just said it. I mean, you couldn't clarify whether or not they'd already extradited him to Calhoun for this killing. He's at a Maryland jail. Some jail in the state of Maryland. So I guess they didn't specify, but he tried to kill someone else. And here, he kills his nephew because, well, you didn't know who was going to walk through there, did you? You thought it would be the police. And like that was going to work out for you. I mean, good Lord, what an asshole. Anyway, there you go. His cousin said, hey, I got to make sure the house wasn't broken into. Something. I don't know. But there you go. It's like, don't come around my house if you know what's good for you and all that. But geez Louise. Pell, was it a string on the trigger like Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd? Probably, yeah, probably. It was probably wrapped, around the trigger. It was propped up, I don't know, some kind of way. They didn't really specify the details, but of course they don't want to inspire other people to copy this sort of thing. They frown on that type of behavior. So yeah, it was probably that, and the string tied to the door. And when the nephew opened the door, well, that was it. So, but he's in Maryland, in case you're looking for him, Anyway. That's it for that one. Wow. What a genius. I worked really hard on that. I didn't think it would go like this. Yeah, well, it did. It did. But, what are you going to do? All right. Well, here's a common pastime and hobby that happens in the workplace from time to time. Respiratory therapist placed pin with hidden camera into women's restroom at hospital. Filmed unsuspecting employees using bathroom. Well, yes, that's usually the idea. They won't suspect until they notice, hey, look, a pin. Hey, wait a minute. He really wanted to see him take a dump, I guess. A respiratory therapist at a Missouri hospital filmed his female co-workers using the bathroom, using a pin with a hidden camera built into it. He admitted as part of a plea agreement. Gabrielle Van Riet of 40 pleaded guilty on February 27th to invasion of privacy. According to a probable cause arrest affidavit, cops responded to the North Kansas City Hospital on September 14th, 2023, for a call about a recording device found in an employee bathroom. The charged nurse told detectives with the North Kansas City Police Department that she was using the bathroom when she saw a pin on a plastic storage tote facing the toilet. She initially thought it was just a pin, but upon closer examination realized it had a camera lens. She took the pin apart and found there was also a SIM card. The nurse alerted security, who called police. Cops reviewed the SIM card and found 2 files that were apparently recorded earlier that day. According to the affidavit, a hand can be seen positioning the camera so it showed the toilet. Jeez. That's what he wanted to see. He's into that. The other file contained a woman pulling down her pants and sitting on the toilet. Detectives then reviewed hospital surveillance that showed the bathroom, which was located within an employee locker room area in the emergency department. Vanaret entered the locker room area around the same time as the videos were recorded. Surveillance video showed a man, later identified as Vanaret, going in and out of the bathroom several times while wearing his bluish-green scrubs. Investigators also noted that he typically worked in a different area in the hospital and did not have a locker in the emergency department locker room. But his key card showed him entering the area 15 times during his shift. Vanaret, or Van Riet, whatever, claimed he had food poisoning and had to go to the bathroom often. Just not the one near his locker, the one near the nurse's locker. Anyway, the defendant also insisted that he never bought such a device as the one found in the bathroom. Investigators sent the SIM card to the Heart of America Regional Computer Forensics Lab for further analysis. Experts were able to extract additional videos that revealed there were 7 more victims. Video also captured Van Riet, sometimes with his name on his name badge showing, placing the pin in the bathroom. Well, maybe he was framed, The hospital released the following statement to the local CBS affiliate. We are aware of the guilty plea by this former employee and have supported the prosecution of this matter. At sentencing, we would like to see the judge assess the maximum penalties permitted under the law. Van Riet was fired after the incident, but he later got a job at Truman Hospital in Kansas City. He faces up to 4 years in prison and a $10,000 fine when he's sentenced on May 30th. So I guess he'll lose the other job, huh? Boy, they must be really hard up for, what did he do? Respiratory therapist. He's really into breathing, I guess, does he call the nurses up and just stuff like that, I don't know. I wonder how expensive those pen cameras are that he lose a lot of money on that too. Just to watch some broad, piss or take a shit. I mean, yeah, I don't get it. But then again, it would probably, like, he's got an obsession with one in particular. So that's always something to look forward to at work, whatever. Joe Lamont jumped in for a second. NNN is a cool news station. Why, thank you. We strive to get it right. They didn't suspect a pen in the restroom? Well, someone found it. He should have hidden it in a cone of cone of cotton candy. Okay. More discreet, but then the cotton candy is you gonna finish that? It's on the floor of a bathroom. Susan Dolan says, if it weren't for stupid criminals, we wouldn't have anything to slap our foreheads for. Well, that's true. Joe Lamont at Susan Dolan Hail. Susan Dolan says, hail Joe Lamont. So there we go. So, I don't know. I guess keep your eyes peeled for a pin on the floor, It just... He wanted to see them. Yeah. Okay. All right. Whatevs. I mean, normally it's hey, whatever floats your boat, but I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, this is the final story. That's all I got. Sorry. I tried. I really did. But, I was tired after work. I stayed up too late doing that Opie cartoon thing. And then woke up and immediately had to do Pat's show, That's the way things go. But at least you got these stories, huh? I mean, the weird story about the miracle birth, the weird story about the camera pin in the bathroom, the weird story about the booby trap. Yeah. So, it's something. Well, now we have this complaint. I need 2 seats on Disneyland rides, and this rude act from a guest made me feel like a zoo animal. Well, here we go. That's the video. I won't bother with the sound. Hey, yeah, so you get the idea. Why is this old man staring longingly at this lady? Well, dun, dun, dun. There you see. Boy, that's it's as if it's like Dr. Frankenstein sewed one woman on top of the other, and but one seat won't do. An influencer, she's an influencer. Okay, influencer's trip to Disneyland quickly turned from magical to mortifying. Gracie Bond, a plus-sized influencer, admitted to her followers on social media that she requires 2 seats on theme park rides. And park goers during a recent Disneyland experience wouldn't stop staring at her. Well, not all of her, just that. The 27-year-old wanted to have a fun day out with her family, but that changed when she caught people doing double takes to look at her curvy body. So she's proud to put this video, and with the camera placed, or I guess, I don't know, the boyfriend's filming it or whatever. And good. But I mean, come on, how can he not? You're like a cartoon character or something. I mean, I know it's Disney and all that, but of course he's gonna look. Anyway, is it just meh? Or are people not used to seeing big girls like it? They're used to seeing big, but it's unusual. It's like Up there, okay, that's normal, that's nice, pretty face and all, and then, oh my God, what the hell? See, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's unusual. It happens. You got, the junk in the trunk and saddlebags here and that sort of thing. But normally it's all the big pair thing waddling around or in the scooter, that sort of stuff. So it's like, huh? And that's what, huh? Look at that. Huh. And that's it. So, anyways, it just meh. The Panama barn model said in a video posted to Instagram, which has been viewed 5.4 million times. And then they all stopped there. Wow, look at that. That's the deal. Today I came to Disney with my family, ready to have fun. But the second I arrived, the nightmares started. Bond shared that parents in the park started to record her. So she decided to change the game. If they were going to record me, I was going to record them. Bond's glasses had a camera lit. Well, of course they did. What are the odds? What are the odds he had that ready to go? Yeah. So in the frame, and she gave them to her brother to capture the ordeal. Oh, you got your brother. Is that his finger or hers? I couldn't believe my eyes. People were shocked to see my body. Like, hello, this is America. Well, then go home. Almost 40% of people here are plus size. So why are they? Because it's a weird shape. When people say plus size, they mean those, hippos and stuff. Anyway, so why are they acting like I was some rag, right? You just want the attention and you got it. The video shows Bond walking around the theme park where other guests stared at her. And it's just accidental that you wore skin-tight pants, right? What do people expect me to do? Shrink myself so I can go to an amusement park? I can't just wake up one day and be skinny. It's 2025, and people need to realize that not everybody looks the same, and that's okay. Yeah. Despite the negativity and the nightmares that what nightmare? Somebody looked at you. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Bond didn't let it kill her magic. I had so much fun. I needed 2 sits on the Slinky Dog ride, but that just means double the fun. Huh. However, people in the comments were not as spirited. Oh, really? You're not naturally big. That's the issue, one person wrote. No one wants to see that at a theme park with children. Girl, you know why. And you thrive off the attention. Yes, that's right. Oh, look, even she's getting a picture of the ass. Just go on. I'm plus size. I mean, right here. See, it's weird. I mean, come on. It's not because you're plus size. It's because your body has been modified and it looks too ridiculous for most people. Yeah, that's the deal. These are butt implants. Yeah, you went and got it done. And you have to go that far? But you did. I don't know. Maybe they had a cell on the silicone or whatever. They are looking because it's not natural. She's not serious. No, she's not. But she is weird looking. So there's that. So there you go. She wore tight ass pants so you wouldn't look at her big ass. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. Isn't that nice? That's nice. That's just great. I wonder how much it cost to do that. Was it worth it? I mean, I guess she had the money for Disneyland. So anyway, blah 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 blah. Where are we? Saint Ranger, 1959. Hi, Saint Ranger. Howdy, hi there, friends and neighbors. Susan says, "Hail, Saint Ranger." Saint Ranger says, "All hell, pell like a weeble wobble." Yeah. See, she could be her own theme park. Joel Lamont says, "Hail indeed to Saint Ranger." Susan Dolan, wow, that's a whole lot of silicone. It is. And that stuff can do stuff to you, right? I don't just mean make your ass big, but make you sick and everything. Whatever. Joel Lamont, the perv would have needed a panorama pen for this one. He would have to have it where it goes back and forth. And he's like, here we go. The whole picture. Susan Doller, tell her, sorry, sweetie, but Jessica Rabbit, you ain't. Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, Jessica Rabbit, and it's all curvy. That's curvy, not, I don't know. I was saying she looks like a cartoon character, but even, no one would draw it like that. Oh, this is ridiculous. Perg Snake, LOL, Perg Snake, Saint Ranger. I don't know that one. Joe Lamont, high quality silicone is about $12 per pound. How many pounds in there? Jeez. Again, because she's an influencer. And I guess, I don't know, she's probably always in thongs and stuff with her giant mounds of ass on Instagram or something like that. And OnlyFans, I'm sure. And makes enough money to more than afford the $12 per pound of silicone. And go to Disneyland. Yeah. But she's made her powerful statement. She's, stunning and brave and all that. Susan Dola Jolamad, that looks like a Lizzo ass. Now, Lizzo's been dropping the weight. I guess she got on the Ozempic and all that, So it's like half Lizzo, half someone else or something. It's a weird body. So obviously it's like, yeah, that ain't natural, So there you go. So guess what'll be the only subject to draw, because what else? I'm not drawing a camera pin. I'm not drawing a penis on the roof. I'm not drawing a shotgun on a chair with a string to a door. So it's fat ass. So I'll be drawing fat ass. So let's see if I gotta set the OBS. Which one was it? I think it's this one. Turn it on. There it is. All right. Ta-da! Now that's as simple as that. Let me go back and get fat ass. She has a fat ass walking that silicone around. And I mean, people looked. I know, it's like people would look if an alien showed up, and they're like, well, I guess one did. And they'd be all like, oh my God, that's just weird. That would be their only choice of terminology for it. Yeah, I know. How will I fit this on there? It's going to be quite the challenge. Move this around so I can see it. Oh, geez, it's going to take up the whole screen. All right. So we'll get the parameters here. A very, very small head. She's wearing some sort of jacket. A jacquard. There she is. And happily posing with a look back pose so that the emphasis is on the ass. It's like, I paid a fortune for this ass, and I intend to get attention for it. Well, mission accomplished, you know. So, and well, yeah, I've noticed in the jacket now it's really really small. You know, he wants to make damn sure this doesn't cover up the important part here. So here we go. Yeah, and I didn't know they made bell bottom types of these skin tight pants. You know, that's what she did. Well, she's starting to develop cankles, but at the knee. I mean, it's not like you can just. I mean, you can have the silicone removed, but it's gonna have done its damage. And I mean, carrying that load around when the arthritis starts to set in and all that. I don't think she thought this through. So there we go. Miss Fat Ass. I forget her name. What was it? Oh, Gracie Bond. Not so graceful, Gracie. There we go. She's like, they're all staring, right? They're all staring. Not everybody. Shut up. They totally are. I'm a star because I have a big fat ass. There you go. I worked very hard laying there as under anesthesia as that quote unquote doctor filled my ass with silicone. So I deserve my moment and I'm gonna get it. Well, she probably didn't sound like that. Where was she from? Colombia or something? I forget. But it's just like, God, Americans, am I right? Yeah. I don't know. There's some crap written on the jacket too, but who cares? I don't know. Is that one of her endorsements? Some sort of, what does it say? Lucky, lucky. Well, lucky something. But those pants, they're like, dear God, I didn't know it would be like this. Please, please don't wear us anymore. But it's like really hard to make it in exploiting yourself industry today. It's like in the old days, you could just post nude for Playboy or Penthouse. Today, this is it. Yeah, it's tough out there. Of course, I'm not certain you could have gotten into Playboy or Penthouse. It's like, well, first you got to be able to fit through the studio door. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's not happening. I don't know. Some poor kid had to wait because he couldn't get a seat on account of her needing two seats. You ever think of that, greasy bun? But, you know, I'm spreading awareness. And she wanted to live her dream to be the next Kim Kardashian. And I guess it got a little out of hand, you know. But ultimately, I mean, it's just like they just wanted to. The whole story is, hey, look at this ass, and that's it, you know. And now you can throw Disney in there, I suppose. Uh, this is the one time it really isn't on them, and that's it. Nothing really happened. Somebody stared at me. Yeah, so what? I had to endure that nightmare. Nightmare. You went to Disneyland, and you. Of course, these days, I know some people say it's not as good as it used to be, and it's way more expensive than it should be with the rides breaking down and shit and stuff. But no, she said she had a good time, you know. But it was a nightmare. Some guy stared at me, and I knew it. That's why I had, camera equipment and sunglasses and everything ready to go. Because I'm an influencer, and I have to have all this documentation of my activities because my fans want to see what my ass looks like at Disneyland. And I am so dedicated to my fans. They're going to want to see that ass. Well, they saw it. I mean, I guess that's the problem. I mean, how do we know any of those people at Disneyland staring at her butt? Do they have subscriptions to her OnlyFans? See, they're getting it for free. That's not right. So she's probably like, hey, no. Maybe that's the problem. Oh, well, greasy bun. Gee, I forgot to set the damn camera right. Jeez, that's embarrassing. But there's always embarrassment for the Mr. Nailsin Show. Well, this isn't the Nailsin Show. It's the Nailsin News Show. Nailsin News. Where the hell's the train? There it is. No. Crap, that is weird. How did it? So do it like that? I guess. Maybe move it like this. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, the whole time I'm drawing, it was upside down. Well, anyway, you get the idea. There she is. There she is. Miss Big Ass of the Americas. You know? Yeah, you're gonna need wider paper, Ellisburg. Oh, art time. Pell, she just wants to be accepted in the community. Yeah. Yeah, well, good luck. Yeah, but this whole thing is just I'm proud of myself. But don't look. And it's like, okay, look, but hey, come on. She's full of silicone. Susan Nolan, of course, people are going to notice her ass. She's sticking it in everybody's face. That's right. It's like, let me pull the tightest pants I can over these mounds of silicone. Dolomon says, need some top tier engineers to design strong toilet rims that can support. Yeah, that's another thing. How does she use the bathroom with that? Holy crap. I mean, it's one thing to get on one of the, rides at the park, but yeah, but I imagine that respiratory specialist would want to, weigh in on that. Pell Disney, the pervious place on earth. That's what I hear. Pell, it must sound like a foghorn when she farts. We know it was you, Gracie. Susan Dolan, Joe Lamont, smiling, laughing emojis. Joe Lamont, she wouldn't get stared at in Walmart. I don't know. I think so. It's just such an oddity. I mean, Walmart, yeah, you got the massive blobs, but it's proportionate to the overall blobness. Whereas here, it's like, you spent money to do this. I don't mean a life of eating Little Debbie cakes and honey buns all the time, the whole box in a sitting and stuff like that. No, she went and paid a surgeon to inject her ass with silicone. So it's bizarre. There's just no other way around it. Oh, well, that's enough about her. So there we go. I don't know. Why should I bother coloring it? I don't know. I didn't really pay that much attention to the story, and then I read it live on the show, and I'm like, yeah, she's pissing me off, So, not really all that fascinated with Gracie Bond anymore. No. Okay, so I guess let's go back. It's me. So there we have it. That's the Nailsin news. A booby trap. A woman who didn't have a vaginal opening got pregnant. A giant penis was drawn on the roof of a school in Germany. Yeah, that's the thing. The pregnant girl, that happened in 1988, and they're just now talking about it. Because some other woman in Scotland suddenly found out she was pregnant or had the baby and said, I didn't even know I was pregnant. That kind of thing. You've heard those stories from time to time, but never like, I can't get pregnant. My vagina's all closed up. Well, that's odd. But oh yeah, this kind of reminds me of that story about the girl in Africa who miraculously had a child. Oh yeah. And someone stabbed her in the abdomen and she spit up the sperm. She was, whatever. There you go. There's that story. Then there's the booby trap, which granted does recall Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd. So apparently it does indeed work. And that whole thing. And then the pervert with a pin camera who would really like to be able to get shots of Gracie Bond's giant ass. I'm almost certain. But I mean, he would have to have, like someone said, you got to have the pin on a swivel so it can go back and forth. Either that or multiple pins. Plus, she's going to have to use two toilets, So anyway, Boy, that would be a Rube Goldberg contraption ordeal there, even more extensive than the shotgun booby trap, to make that happen and work per the satisfactory needs of the respiratory guy. I'm speculating, of course. Then what was the other one? The damn, seems I didn't do the haunted house one. Yeah, damn it. I still could, I suppose. Let's see if that's no, not that one. And I thought there was another one I did. Let's see. The pregnant lady, the fat ass girl, the penis. No, that was it. All right. Well, we're all caught up. Haunted house one, I don't know, but we can do that one. Let's see here. There we go. Gotta turn my camera on like I'm the ghost. Woo! No, we don't want that. But now it's like I am a ghost because you can still hear me, you know. Jeez. Well, okay. We rented a terrifying 1870s house. Well, then why'd you rent it? It was already terrifying you. And saw shadow figures that convinced us it was haunted. But you already thought the house was terrifying enough. Oh my God, actual photo of the shadow person. There he is. And he's like, don't go in there. Yeah. Would you be able to sleep in this super haunted house? Apparently not. I mean, if you got ghosts waking you up all the time, you're not going to get much sleep. A one-time resident has shared the scary details that made them believe their house was inhabited by terrifying spirits, as opposed to the ones that are just sort of annoying and are just there, you know. Or some might be kind of cool, you know. They don't really bother with you or nothing. Every now and then, like, especially they'd be great at parties for Halloween and stuff. But no, they got the terrifying one once. Reddit user at Lagrimus333 revealed they rented a super haunted 1870s house where eerie noises and shadow figures convinced them it was indeed visited by ghosts. Spooky details that were the nail in the coffin. So she's sitting there, can't sleep. I just can't with these ghosts. I lived there with housemates, and we all would hear noises when no one else was in the house, you know, except us. The person said those living there would hear footsteps running up and down the stairs and along the hall, and would witness shadow figures out of nowhere. Huh. My son and his wife won't speak to me because I gave them COVID. Still? Deserved to be in jail. Cat left behind at airport by callous owner. But there's a touching outcome. The cat forgave him, I guess. I'm a dermatologist. Here are the benefits of this trendy skin treatment taking social media by storm. So irradiate your face. But you got to wear this mask. Well, that sounds cool. So anyway, those were our sponsors. Now back to the story. So anyway, these people recounted a chilling night when their roommate thought they saw the dark outline of a man in their room. What? They hadn't invited any visitors. Well, you're probably getting robbed. You know? My bedroom was in the attic across a short hall from my housemate's room, they explained. Our rooms didn't have doors. Oh, so it's just like open. Okay. One morning in the kitchen, my housemate asked if I had someone over last night. I said no, I was alone. They said before recalling a positively alarming detail. She told me she saw a tall figure of a man standing in my doorway the whole night. Was he touching himself? The former tenant also remembered how an old cellar door slammed closed by itself, even though it was enclosed in a covered porch and likely not shut by the wind. They even believe it might have been linked to an 1890 newspaper clipping they discovered hidden under the floorboards. The front page of the publication featured an article about a murderer being hanged. A shocking situation, the renter insinuated, might have happened in their former home. They hung a murderer in the home. Then they used to do that in like the town square and stuff. It was quite an event and stuff. People would bring picnics, lunches, and stuff. Anyway, that house was terrifying, they insisted. Again, I can't with these ghosts. The person shared they have since moved to an 1891. They keep going to these 1800 homes. That might be part of the problem. An 1891 folk Victorian, and have found nothing except a kid's Spider-Man glove. They didn't have Spider-Man in 1891. Fake. And some old hot bobby pins inside a vent. They haven't seen any particularly creepy connections, while also noting that at least one person died in this house, but clarifying that they still haven't come across anything spooky. You know, I've read some ghost stories and stuff, but this is just boring as hell. I don't know. I heard footsteps and I saw somebody standing in the door. And another person, like your roommate, says, hey, there was some guy standing in your door looking at you all night long. And you didn't do anything? And they went and got another house together? I mean, you're stupid. Jeez. Well, Jay, I don't know why I even picked this one. But, boy, what a snooze fest. I mean, even Fat Ass was better than that. Jeez. I'm embarrassed. I read that. Well, let's see. Joe Lamont, this drawing's next stop, Andy Masterson's lab. Does he have enough material to make the fat ass girl? I guess I could send in the drawing. What do you think, Andy? Spurring Snake, LOL. Joe Lamont, how can an attic be across a hall? All Rama room. Is this a weird Escher thing? It could be if it was designed that way. I mean, they did say the house was terrifying. Later on, we thought, hey, I think it's haunted. So I'm guessing they were scared of the house to begin with, which must mean it was really weird and stuff. So like, you don't know where you're going, you know, it's like after a while you get lost in the house. How do I get out of here? You know, that kind of thing. Eventually they figured it out because they're not there anymore. But yeah, if you're in the attic, I mean, attic, like if your room is upstairs, that's upstairs, the next floor. But the attic, like that's like within the roof and stuff. It's usually where people store their crap and everything. And sometimes, yeah, you can fix up a room in there, but you're not across from anybody unless you're both up in the attic, and it's not two different rooms. It's the same room. Not much of a room, but you know, it's just you got one bed over here and one bed on the other side. And then one of you had some shadowy dude standing over the bed while the other one just watched. I was scared, but I thought I'd mention it over breakfast. Well, whatever. That's how that went. We end on a really lackluster, boring ghost story. It's not really even a story. Nothing happened at all. They didn't like the place. They moved to another one. They seemed to like that one. Okay, well, there we go. I think that'll about wrap this one up. Hopefully there's something better to draw. Or do some Photoshops. I don't know. I'll think of something for tomorrow night. Well, tomorrow night, that's the thing. I don't know how long. I don't know. I'll probably only be able to do Pat's show for a little bit, and then I'll have to go because I got to go to a dentist appointment in the morning. Man, that's going to mess up my whole sleep schedule. I don't even know if I'll be able to wake up in time for Doomcock's show. Damn, it always messes everything up. But, you know, dental care is important. This I know because my dentist told me so. Anyway, there you have it. So I got my little AI songs for the Nailsin News live stuff. And I just made them for this particular event. So now I'll be using them until everyone's sick to death of them. Anyway, there you go. That's the Nailsin News Live for this edition. I'll think of something later. I don't know about tomorrow night because, you know, but maybe Wednesday night when I finally stumble out and stumble around, you know, I'll think of something to do. Yeah, that's going to mess up the Wednesday comics thing, too. There might not be one. Holy crap. Then I got that work week coming where I got to put in extra nights. That's coming up like St. Patrick's week. So I probably won't have anything except maybe some pre-recorded things that week. That's going to be terrible. But got to do it. I got to earn back the hours I lost because of the flu. And then the other guy's going on vacation and all that sort of thing. So things just suck, you know. But anyway, Al should be able to get a few here and there before that happens. So there's that. Anyway, thanks again for everybody showing up, and we'll do it again as soon as I possibly can. Good night, everybody.
Killers, killing and killing and killing and killing. Nailsin News. Where all the money go? Ain't nobody gonna know. Do you trust your meat to take a walk down the street? While killers be killing and killing and killing and killing. Nailsin News. Ain't nobody gonna know. Do you trust your meat to take a walk down the street while killers be killing and killing and killing and killing? Nailsin News.